Hello and welcome. Today in this video we shall learn about a very beautiful story, the sermon at Benaras. The sermon at Benaras is actually the very first religious preaching of Lord Buddha, Gautam Buddha at the holy river of Ganga in the city of Benaras. In fact, this story can be divided into two parts. In the very first part, we shall discuss about the life of Gautam Buddha, and in the second part of the story, we shall learn how Gautam Buddha changed the way of thought, changed the perception of a lady through his sermon. Okay, let us see about Gautam Buddha. Gautam Buddha was born in 563 BC and died in 483 BC. His name of childhood was Siddhartha Gautam. When Gautam Buddha was only 12 years old, he went for learning Hindu scriptures, Hindu religious books, to the ashram where he studied for 4 years. And after 4 years, when he got 16 years old, he returned back to his home and he was married with a beautiful princess from whom he had a son. At the age of 25, Gautam Buddha got the sight of 4 important sights. He watched the 4 important sights which changed the course of the life of Gautam Buddha. What were those 4 sights which altered the life of Gautam Buddha? Actually, he watched one day a sick person, an old man, and a funeral process, and he also looked at a monk who was begging, demanding for the alms for his livelihood. All these 4 sights, the sick man, old man, and the funeral procession, and the sight of a monk who was begging for alms, changed the course of the life of Gautam Buddha. Now he had no interest in the royal life, royal pleasures and loyalty. Now he wanted to think, he wanted to ponder, he wanted to meditate something about the usefulness of the life. That's why one day in the night he left the home, he left the palace, and he went and sat there under a peepal tree, under which he meditated constantly for 7 days. And on 7th days, after 7th days, he got enlightened. He got the divine light, he got the knowledge, and that tree is now known as a Buddha tree, means the tree of a wisdom. And Siddhartha Gautam was known as a Gautam Buddha, or the person who is enlightened. After getting enlightenment, Gautam Buddha decided to spread the knowledge among the masses, among the people, and he started to preach the people. His first sermon was organized at the bank of the holy river, the Ganga, in the city of the Benaras. And in this sermon, he channelized the people how they could get rid of the grief, how they could get rid of the sufferings of the life. He told the people a tale, a story, that there was a lady whose name was Kisa Gautami. This is the second part of the story. There was a lady whose name was Kisa Gautami, and that woman had an only son. She had only one son. Unfortunately, one day that son died. This grief, this suffering made her lunatic. She was not able to take the decision. She carried dead son here and there. She was requesting people, please save my child, please save my child. But in fact, the son had already died. At that time, one wise person told her that only there is one person who could help you, and that is Sakyamuni, Lord Buddha, Gautam Buddha. You must go to him. He may relieve you from this pain. And that lady took the dead body of the child and went to Gautam Buddha. Gautam Buddha heard her sufferings. He came to know what was the cause of the grief of that lady. She told Gautam Buddha about her grief. At that time, Gautam Buddha advised her that you must go and bring me some seeds or a handful of seeds of mustard seeds. The lady got happy that she could easily bring the mustard seeds if Gautam Buddha could make her son alive. But Gautam Buddha added one more condition to that lady, to Kisa Gautami. He said, you must bring the handful of the seeds of mustard, but those mustard seeds must be from a home where no one had died, where no father, no mother, no friend or no relative had died. This was the condition of Gautam Buddha. The lady could not understand the indication of Gautam Buddha because of her suffering, her deep grief. That's why she rushed to the people, and there she requested to give her the handful seeds of the mustard seeds. But the people replied, why are you reopening our old griefs? Our deads are more, and the people who are living, they are less. At that time, she was returned empty-handed, and in the evening time, she sat outside the city, where she looked at the flickering lights. She gazed those lights for a longer time and watched that those flickering lights were extinguishing one by one, and in the end, eventually, the whole of the city was wrapped by the darkness. Now, Kisa Gautami came to the conclusion. She thought that our life is like the flickering lamps, and one by one, every lamp will extinguish. In the same way, we shall die one by one. And now the lady understood the indication of Lord Buddha. Lord Buddha told that life is very much mortal. One whosoever is born on this earth, who is having the life, one day will have to die. He told her that our life is always in the danger, like a ripened fruit, which is always in danger of falling from the tree. Our life is like the earthen pot, which may break at any time, or which may break at a small shake or a little shake. At that time, Gautam Buddha told the people that death is sure. One whosoever is born will die one day. But if we lament, if we cry, if we weep, the weeping, the lamentation will make our body more weak, more feeble, more fragile. So we must not lose heart, but we must accept the truth of the life, that one whosoever is born will die one day. So this was the story from where we learnt about the life of Gautam Buddha, how the foresights changed the life of Gautam Buddha. Before becoming a saint, Gautam Buddha was living the life of a prince, and those foresights were the sight of a sick man, old man, funeral procession, and a monk, and he enlightened under the peepal tree. And Kisa Gautami was full of sorrow because of the death of her only son. She was not ready to accept the death of her son. But Gautam Buddha made her feel, made her realize that life is not a permanent, it is not constant. We have to die one day. And in this way, he was able to successful in his very first sermon to make the people understand that we must not get unhappy, we must not fill the life with the desperation over the death of the relatives. So thank you very much for watching this video. Thanks a lot.